Okay, so, oops, sorry about that. So I just did the review for the Naughty Oracle, and there aren't many decks that have this type of a comic vibe. So the ones that are often stick out. And I would say about a year, maybe even 2 years ago, when I was caring for somebody who was elderly, sick, this deck came out, and it was an independent deck, and I saw it and I put it in my favorites, and I said, oh, okay, I can't really afford it right now. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna get this deck as soon as I can. And unfortunately for me, one thing led to another. Everything, prices went up. And right now I'm in the process of selling a ton of decks. But somebody contacted me and told me, oh my God, you're going to be getting a gift in a couple of days, da da da. You're going to love it. And I was like, what is it? Because I'm like, I hate surprises, you know that, da 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 da. So we banter back and forth about, do I hate surprises or the element of a surprise? Long story short, I get the gift. I knew it was going to be a deck. I had no clue at all what kind, which one, Oracle, Tarot, what, nothing. I knew nothing. I just knew a deck was coming. And I'm a collector, so I love getting a new one. When I saw this, I wasn't sure, is it the same thing as, that one? I didn't know. So, first, right away, initial reaction was, oh my God, rip it open, right? And I look at it, and the quality isn't bad. It's not a bad, the box, two-piece box, right? There's nothing on the inside. And there's no name. So I flip it over. And I see this. Oops, I'm sorry. A Pop of Love Oracle cards. And again, there's no name. Not anywhere. At all. And when I tell you I double checked this box 1,000,001 times, I even used a magnifying glass. Nothing. No name. Something was jogging my memory about a pop of love. So I put in Google a Pop of Love Oracle cards. And all of a sudden, the Etsy listing comes up. I knew it. I knew I'd seen these words before. So this here is a 75 card deck that is being sold at obviously a fraction of the price because, number one, you're not getting anything close to the real, like the deck that the original deck creator made. Their deck is more cards than this. It's gilded, and not for nothing, but they created it. They put like their labor of love into this deck. And as soon as I realized, I went on to Etsy. I put in a Pop of Love Oracle card. Boom. Find the seller. I told the seller flat out, and I'm sure I wasn't the first person. I said, listen, somebody got me this as a gift, whatever. I explained, I said, I have wanted to get this for so long, but unfortunately my financial situation will not allow for me to. But I said, I am looking at reviews, and I am making sure that anyone that I see reviewing this Love and Money deck shows that it was stolen by deck creator. The name on Etsy is VibeAboutIt. All one word, VibeAboutIt. So, I'm not sure if I even know how to add links, but I will try. But, it's wrong. It's not okay. It's stealing. I did look through these cards to compare to the reviews online. I wanted to see, what was similar, what was different, did they repeat anything, but I don't have the original to compare it to. The least I can do is bring attention right now that if you are buying this deck, you are robbing a deck creator of their profit. And although now the person who purchased this from me had no clue at all that there was anything, because they don't read tarot, they don't read oracle. They had no idea that there was such a thing as a black market deck, or like authentic and not authentic. And yep, there definitely is. So when I told her about it, I guess she contacted wherever she got it from. She's getting reimbursed without even having to return them, I guess. I think that's what she said. She told me, don't worry about it. And I said, well, I'm not going to use these. I said, I can't. Like, in good conscience, like my morals, I just can't. So I was like, as much as I want to, I don't know. I don't know what to do with them. So I said, I'm just going to tell the deck creator. And I figure, obviously, the deck creators got to know about this. So if I have an opportunity to compare the two decks, if that opportunity arises, I most definitely will do so. And I will continue to say I do not support the sale of this deck. I will not be using this deck. I will hold on to this deck in the event I get the original so that I can compare it and show other people that you might think like, oh, I'm getting cards and they're cheaper. No, you're stealing from somebody who worked really, really hard to make this happen. And all somebody went and did was change the name on the front and used the other person's exact wording on the back. And places are saying that there's nothing that can be done about it. So, they took it and they turned it into a positive and just started making more and more decks. But it's not okay for those consumers who care, and I'm one of them. If, the person who bought this for me as a gift was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, please, you didn't know. You don't know about this. But if I would have, let's say, knowing what I know, if I would have bought this for somebody who knows the same thing I know, and they would have been like, really? Like, you definitely got me a knockoff deck? It's an insult. We're insulted. That is a flat out insult. Don't buy me no knockoff deck. Don't do that. It's not an insult to me. It's an insult to the person who put their blood, sweat, and tears into making this divination tool for us to read energy of others. You are robbing the deck creator, not me. So that is my awareness. If you want the real deck, the much better deck, the gilded deck, the more cards deck, it might be a little bit more money, but you know what they say, you pay for what you get. The deck creator is the real deck name is A Pop of Love Oracle, and the deck creator is VibeAboutIt on Etsy. So that is the deck you need to be buying, because a knockoff deck should just not be used. I feel like it's already tainted with bad energy because it's a fake deck. And if that's ridiculous, it's 12-12. So if that's ridiculous of me, and I know it's not because 12-12 is showing me it's not, then let it be ridiculous of me. I'll stay ridiculous. I've been called a lot worse. Ciao, and get the right deck. Pop of Love Oracle cards. That is the deck you want, not the love and money, because you're getting ripped off. You think you're getting something cheaper, but you're not. You're getting a cheaper product, a lesser product. No. And it's like everybody's getting ripped off, and only the thief is profiting. So, A Pop of Love by VibeAboutIt on Etsy. That's the deck you want, not this deck. You don't want this deck. No. This is a no. XX. No. Remember that. So, if I have the opportunity to do a review of the original side by side, I will definitely be doing that.